Hey guys, this is Spin Master, and here we are, people, the end of 2016. And of course, with the end of the year will come my favorite games I played in 2016. So, holy crud, like 2016 has like a lot of interesting things going on and a lot of not so interesting things going on. However, let's just give it a close. Oh, granted, I probably upload this before comment time, but whatever. These are my favorite games I played there. Now, same rules apply. It's just because it's not from 2016, I think, because there are games that are not from 2016. However, if I started the game 2016, it counts. And no ports. So before I get things going, let me tell you one thing. Shantae Hatchin' Hero is not on this list for two big reasons. One, I don't have it, because apparently, even though it's been out for around a week, Amazon decided to delay it for another whole several days. So, I don't have the game, and even if I had the game, I probably will try to not start it on the final week of 2016, because otherwise it'll be so low on the list due to it not being played that much. So I don't want to make the same mistake I did with Pirate's Curse before. So once I get the game, I'm going to start the game straight at 2017 just so it can be on that list. And hopefully it can be really high on that list. And second thing, big deal, even though I said no ports, there are a couple of ports I do want to mention that would be on this list, because there are games I actually have done a lot of. And here they are. Let's start with Pokemon Blue. Okay, so the reason why this Soul Gem over here is counted more on this list as a sort of honorable mention is because I actually completed Pokedex in Blue. Granted, I used, hacked the crud out of it. Not hacked it, I glitched the crud out of Pokemon Blue to get everyone, because I'm not going to bother using my old 3DS to download Pokemon Red and just trade stuff over. Granted, that'll be kind of, easier on me. However, I want to not spend way too much money on just completing the Pokedex, so there we go. So I finally completed the Pokedex in Pokemon Blue, which I have never done before. Because, even though I had Pokemon Red and Blue back when I was, 7 years old, I never really bought the Pokedex until Gen 4. So there we go. Alright, and now the second port I'd like to mention is FFTA. I completed this game! Finally! Okay, so this game, I never fully 100%ed this game before. I 100%ed Texas Advance 2, however, I never done the first one. So when I got the game, Wii Virtual Console, I played it for a bit, streamed it for a bit, and for some reason, this came out in one of the streams. I mean, given that car, he's on the green part of that thing, so I assume that it's part of a sidewalk. Also, look how fucking huge that car is, and look how tiny the road is. Yeah, but FFTA, holy crud, I managed to 100% the game. So what I did was I looked at some guides, looked at what is the most optimal way to 100% the game, including getting steel weapon, steel ability early in the game. So I did that, and you'll follow the perfect release map that some fan posted. I forgot what it was a long time ago. But now that I've done it, I've 100%ed the game. Oh my goodness. I'm so stoked that I 100%ed one of my favorite games of all time. To the point I still played the dang game after 100%ing the game, even though there's nothing left to play. There are, a few dispatch missions, like 1 or 2, or regular missions, and the rest is just clan battles. There's nothing much else to do, yet I'm still playing the game. Heck, one day before the time of this video, I just said, hey, let's go switch up the classes for every single one of my party members just to shake things up a bit so I can play a bit more. So yeah, I've found new ways to play 100% game, even though there's not much else to do. That's saying a lot, and if it wasn't for the no ports rule, F15 would actually be among the top 3. That's saying a lot. So now that that is over, let's go to the list proper. My favorite games I played in 2016, even though said game necessarily is from 2016. Okay, here we go. Final Fantasy Explorers, what the heck happened to you? You were supposed to be hype. You were supposed to be good. You were supposed to be a Final Fantasy game with Monster Hunter elements to it. How do you mess it up? You done goofed. I don't believe it.
You done fucked it up!
So, how did this happen? I don't know. They managed to screw it up. Simple as that. They screwed up what might be a really amazing side story or side, thing for Final Fantasy. But no, they messed it up. So, good things I found out of it. Shiva's theme, Shiva herself, and character customization. The class options are pretty good. There's multiplayer, quote unquote. And I guess the story itself is fine. It's not kind of short. The bad things? The story is kind of short. The multiplayer sucks balls. Yes, I say that phrase. Because the thing with these, like with Monster Hunter, there are quests for solo and quests for multiplayer. They don't really overlap. However, in Final Fantasy Explorers, they do overlap, which means that you're essentially playing the same missions if you want to do multiplayer, which should not have been a thing. It should have been a thing. Also, what's worse is that the character progression, so to say, is locked in multiplayer. Here's what I mean. I have barely played Monster Hunter Generations, and yes, this will be on this list soon. However, I can still play with Diamond 12 Kevin, who's like probably has what 200, 300, 500 hours in this game by now, and still just play him playing with me. And I could probably let me level rank up like crazy, and eventually go more on the same playing field. But for Final Fantasy Explorers, you can't really join a higher level players or higher EL players room at all, because you need to be at a certain point in the story to even go to someone who's been playing the game a bit more. That's stupid. That's outright freaking stupid. I mean, at least in Monster Hunter, the quests, the stars in the quest, for like a 6-star, 7-star, 8-star, whatever, and hunter ranks, they determine who gets to be in there or not. But no, in multiplayer in this game, it's based on where you are in the story, regardless of how much stars you can actually enter or whatever. Point is that multiplayer sucks balls. The game's kind of short. There's some, I guess, I find some problems in the story. Because the story, for example, how when you say, you cast like shell or protect or whatever, you see some text in the middle of the screen, which just gets annoying. Why can't it be like in the top left corner or its own section in the bottom screen or whatever? But no, it's just right there right there front and center. It's not cool. So yeah, Final Fantasy Explorers should have been hype, but it's not. Oh, and let's get to the Gilgamesh too. 10, Hyrule Warriors Legends, based entirely on the fact that I haven't played the game much at all. I mean, okay, so you're wondering right now why is it on this list? Isn't it a port? I would say it's not sort of not a port, because there are things that are different from Legends than there are in the Wii U game. So I would consider it more of either an updated version or some sort of like remake. Not necessarily remake, but it's more like an added version of it, so to say. So I don't consider it a port. A port would be like if it's exactly the same top to bottom. So Hyrule Warriors Legends is not that. It's more like the Wii U game, however slight differences here and there, and then it had a whole bunch of other stuff. That's Hyrule Warriors Legends. So yeah, I've barely played much of the game at all. That's just the reason why it's on this list. Yes, I like a game that I barely played much at all, than a game I beat, but didn't like. And if you're wondering why is Hyrule the Explorer on this list anyway, it's really because I only played about 10 games at all, so... So yeah, Hyrule Legends, because I barely played much of it. And I'm not sure if I would play much of it anymore. That's saying a lot. Well, that and... Nine! Monster Hunter Generations, for the same reason as Hyrule Warriors Legends, because I haven't been playing much of it. It's like this really was a time since, you know, doing an internship, going all sorts of going to class or whatever, cuts my time with games that take a long time to beat one mission. So it's really Hyrule Warriors Legends and Monster Hunter Generations more together, but I played a little bit more of Monster Hunter Generations. So I stopped the game after trying to face the Rathian for the first time and lost. So I just did not like the game in general. So after I stopped playing Monster Hunter Generations, I thought to myself, I don't really like this game as much as Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. I don't know, I just don't like it as much in general. So I guess it's mostly because I like it a lot less than 4 Ultimate, but then I just don't play it that much. So yeah, from what was once number 1, it's just now number 8 because of just bad timing, I guess. Maybe once I, you know, contract's over, I could probably play more Monster Hunter Generations, but at this point, I might just go play Shantae when it comes out, or when I get it. Yes, the first mobile entry, because I got a Samsung Note 4 on, was it July? Which just happens to be about a couple of weeks before Pokemon Go came out, so it's kind of timing. And the only reason why I played the game is because I'm a dare, really. Because I was taking classes, whatever, and there were a lot more people within my class that were playing Pokemon Go than people who were not. So they were asking me to play this game, and I asked them, would you dare me to play this game? And almost everyone said yes. I think one person even double dared me. So on the Friday after release of Pokemon Go, I downloaded the game. I tried downloading the game, however, and it was terrible, so I went to the nearest GameStop and downloaded it there, or right around there, and started the game there. And I guess it was fine. I mean, I got up to this point, got to level 23, and I'm still 23. And with just a little bit more EXP till 24, I just stopped playing since what? October, November, right about there. I mean, I didn't stop playing; I still have it on my phone. But but I knew right at the bat that this is not a Pokemon game. Like, how am I supposed to like this game if it's not really Pokemon? It's just a different game with Pokemon in it. However, the only reason why I didn't put it on up 9 slot, because even though I didn't like it, I did like it at first. So I did like it at first. It was fine. And the cool thing is that it got people to play Pokemon. I have seen it happen. I have seen multiple cases of people starting playing X or Y, or as one, I think there are different people playing different games, due to Pokemon Go being a thing. And there were a couple of people who were playing, I think one was playing Aura or Mega Ruby, the other was playing X. And they asked me, hey, can you help me with Pokedex? Because I was going in, I was the only person out of a group of, what, 40 who knew a thing about Pokemon. So the Pokemon expert didn't like Pokemon Go. That's saying quite a bit. And eventually people noticed that the game got boring really quickly. So that's pretty much the story of Pokemon Go, a game that was super hype, got super hype, and then it just petered out over time. Because apparently Niantic doesn't know how to update properly. Oh, then again, it's mostly to the trackers. The trackers, since they got rid of the trackers, it just got really boring real fast. So it's really because the whole, oh, the trackers are, using up our data or whatever, so we had to take it down, and that pretty much killed Pokemon Go. And the weird thing is that they have a game that's similar to Pokemon Go, which it's based off of that has its own tracker. So they pretty much did a worse version of the previous game with Pokemon in it, just because Pokemon. This is what you get for doing research. You instantly just kill a game you just don't want anymore. I mean, I still play like, very, very occasionally. Especially not considering the other freaking mobile game that I have that will be on this list. So yeah, Pokemon Go, initially fun, cool, petered out, and then now everyone's playing Pokemon Sun and Moon. that was pretty much the thing. Moving on. Kirby Planet Robobot! I have never played Triple Deluxe, and kind of a thing that I kind of wanted to play Triple Deluxe, but at the time I just could not afford it, so now that I could, just play Planet Robobot. Pretty good game! I'm gonna say it's a pretty dang good game. I don't have much to say about it. It's a nice little Kirby game. I don't really like it more than the Return of Dreamland, mostly because I can do multiplayer Return of Dreamland and I 100% the game twice. But the Planet Robot, I kind of want 100%, but once other games came out, I just stopped playing. So it's really, for Planet Robot, it's in the 6th slot, really because there were better games coming out at the time, like just want to beat the game. So if it weren't for that, I probably would have 100%ed Planet Robot. It would probably be one more, like one slot above the slot. Because face it, there are a lot of really good games that came out this year, so I'm sorry, man, you're just in the middle of the road for me. Dissidia Duo Odyssey Final Fantasy. This is a game that has not been out in 2016. It's been out in 2011. And the only reason why I somehow managed to play my first PSP game is because apparently my phone can emulate it pretty dang well. That's it. So once I've noticed that my phone can emulate PSP games pretty dang well, the first thing I did, Dissidia. That's it. Like, I just went straight to Dissidia because Dissidia is like that one game from PSP that I really, really want to play, so I did. I mean, granted, I also have the ISOs for Birth by Sleep and one other game. I don't remember if it was Mega and Powered Up or it was I don't remember what it was. But I want to check later. But point is that Dissidia, the one game I really want to play out of PSP, and my phone can do it, so there you go. Gameplay-wise, I really do like. However, the problem I find with my phone emulating PSP games is that it's not a PSP. What I had to do is emulate the PSP controls on a touchscreen, which is sometimes, if not, well, about 70% of the time, not very responsive. So, because it's not hard buttons instead of just a touchscreen, it's really hard to control, especially with the L and R buttons. Since they are also on the touchscreen and not like above the thing itself, it's a lot harder to do moves involving the L and R buttons, which are a lot of them, which are after your super mode and then you block, that sort of thing. Those are kind of important things to have especially the R button as an actual button, but it's not. So it's actually pretty hard to emulate. But what are you gonna do? I mean, everything's on the touchscreen, so what are you gonna do? So that's my experience with a PSP game emulated on a phone. Ooh, next up, Pikmin Tournament! This is the only Wii U game on this. If actually not the only console thing on this. So, yeah, when just the highlight of the Wii U during this year is one game, then yeah, something is probably up. No, I don't have Paper Mario Color Slash. No, I don't want to. So, yeah, the problem is that the Wii U, because the Switch is coming, there are not a lot of Wii U games. And the one Wii U game I would like to have is not going to come out for a while now, so unfortunately, Pikmin Tournament is going to be the only Wii U representative in this list. That being said, though, the fact that it is number 5 on this list means that I really do like it above all the other entries list that we've already mentioned. It's a really good Pokemon fighting game. The only thing I really don't like is just the voice acting is terrible. It's like one of those games that you could tell that someone's actually behind a voice recording booth. Kinda bad. Because, like for a lot of, I guess, games, animated movies, whatever, that when you hear a character talk, it feels like that character talking and not like someone doing a voice acting. But in Pikmin Tournament, it's such a huge disconnect between what the Pokemon looks like and the voice that they put for it. Like, Garchomp especially, it's like, you could tell Garchomp was like, had like a terrible voice acting. It just doesn't sound like Garchomp. So, other than that though, the game is pretty dang sweet. So I do like, well, first of all, the fact that I'm actually playing a fighting game for once, so, yeah, I don't play that many fighting games. So, the one chance I get, hey, it's of a franchise that I know of, Pokemon, and there's little Naruto game-esque things and then Tekken-esque things, so that's actually pretty awesome that I had to play Pikmin Tournament, especially considering that I've been playing it when it started showing in middle of 2015. So yeah, it's definitely something that I really like. Heck, when I bought the Pikachu shirt during the event, yeah, last year, I still have the Pikachu like I guess Patriot or Pirate tag. I still have that, so it looks still looks pretty cool. I mean, I don't like Pikachu, but the fact that yeah, I've been there and represented that. Yeah, I played Pokemon Tournament when it showed up like last year, so it's pretty cool. And even though I've not done much in the story mode of Pokemon Tournament, I've not logged better than you two yet. But hey, it's a game to do. Like, heck, if I'm gonna play Gardevoir pretty all the time anyway, why would I bother unlocking Mewtwo? So yeah, that's that. Also, the fact that my favorite Pokemon is in the game, so of course, knowing me, I'm definitely gonna name my favorite character. So, but yeah, Pokemon Tournament, good game, and push the only good representative of the Wii U we have this entire year. For the other mobile entry on this list, Final Fantasy Record Keeper, I have talked quite a bit about it before. That I want to be, what would I be if I was in it? And let's say this, Record Keeper actually has pretty much the entirety of the last few months. The title the last few months was Record Keeper, nothing else. Due to the fact that, well, because I have an internship, and doesn't give you that much time to really play much else. So, the last few months of this year was just Record Keeper. So, that got me quite a lot. Also doesn't help that I wasted about $100 on relics that I'm probably not going to use much anymore because holy crud, I hate this random chance of things happening. Like I want to get a certain relic, but I just can't. Even after like several hundred some dollars. Yeah, waste time money of that. So yeah, I have wasted a lot of money on this, so hopefully I won't spend any more. So yeah, I've been trying to not waste as much money on that anymore. So yeah, the desires, they're really strong, but gotta quell them because I don't want to waste more money than I need to. I need to get a new laptop fast. So if I'm gonna get a new laptop fast, I can't just waste money on a mobile game probably not gonna play in the next few months. So yeah, that's how much good I think Final Fantasy Record Keeper is. In the third slot, the game that took away Record Keeper from me, Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now, what do you mean by that is that the moment these two games came out, I've slowed down my Record Keeper usage just so I can play Sun and Moon. So if the last few months were just Record Keeper, this and last month was just, mostly this one is just Pokemon Sun and Moon. By Sun and Moon I mean both, because unlike Oras, I only played Omega Ruby. So with both games, I have now, as of now, still haven't gotten to make a single competitive team yet, and I probably won't for a while, due to the problems I have with Sun and Moon. And by problems, I mean, why the heck are there no reliable leveling spots? I mean, Pokemon X and Y did pretty well with Restaurant the WoW, and Oras unintentionally got the Blissey bases going. But Sun and Moon, none of that. Surprising. I thought the Sushi High Roller would at least like give some a good experience point thing, but no, they don't do battles. They just give you heart scales. So that's kind of crazy. I mean, granted, heart scales are really helpful more than ever due to the movie learn actually making you learn moves from later in your level up, which level up moveset, which is kind of nice, but that's the end of the game. But I do love Sun and Moon. I won't consider my favorite Pokemon games yet. It's probably up in the air because I think I still do like Heart Gold Soul Silver and Gen 5 in general more than Sun and Moon. But there are a lot of good things Sun and Moon did that I do appreciate, so I'll give them that. And now that I finished getting one of every Pokemon in their little decks, what am I gonna do next? Shiny Hunt? I tried shiny hunting for a female Salandit, but I took 2 hours and didn't work very well. So I'm probably gonna start maybe do one shiny hunt for Ikoria or for Salandit, but maybe if not gonna do that, probably start making teams. We'll see. But I think I'd rather wait for Pokemon to show up first. So yeah, Sun and Moon, good games. Let's move on.
I'm so glad you made it home.
We're your family. We will succeed with you at our side. I make my own fate.
The 2 slot goes to essentially what killed Planet Robobot, more or less. The middle of the month, Fire Emblem Fates. Whoa! Whoa, this game, whoa, holy crud, this game's intense. I love it. Spend like a whole lot of time on it. With Conquest, I still do love Conquest, even though there are a lot of things that I just don't like with Conquest because I'm more of a casual. I guess I'm more of a casual player. and I don't min-max everything to death. Especially the to death part. Since, you know, I don't do permadeath because I don't... That's the reason why I don't like Fire Emblem in the first place. Is the permadeath feature. That's why I still like Advance Wars more than Fire Emblem pre-Awakening. Or rather, pre that one Japanese game that came before Awakening but never came in the US, whatever. That. And for Birthright, it's everything's just a breeze, especially when you get Ryoma. Ryoma's like the god of destruction. Yes, future me do that. But Revelation, definitely putting things together. Got my Revelation waifu that's not Caldori. And I guess the stories of Conquest, Birthright, and Revelation do together make up a really complex story that I definitely like. But of course, the best thing about Fire Emblem at this point are the characters. If I would play any game if it has really good characters, which is why the entire reason why I started playing Shantae, because I like the characters. So just give me good characters, put in a story that's okay, and gameplay that I would easily understand. Xenoblade. That and I can definitely enjoy the game. So that's Fire Emblem Fates. It took the middle of the year for me. That's what explain Fire Emblem Fates. It took the middle of the year for me. So if Record Keeper and Sun and Moon took the end of the year, Fates took about the middle of the year, what took the beginning of the year? And that is our number one on this list. Bravely Second is my favorite game of this year. It is, I think this was the first game I got from this year. So, first! That's the first thing. It called first, and it became first. The first part of the year was taken by Bravely Second. This is how good Bravely Second is. Like, if I felt played at the beginning of the year, and yet I've been playing arguably better games like Sun and Moon, or like Monster Generations or whatnot, then Bravely Second pretty much owned that slot. It's like, you know, Final Fantasy Explorers, I thought, oh, got Final Fantasy Explorers before Bravely Second. Final Fantasy Explorers was like the beginning of the year because it came out in January, but like once Bravely Second came in, I think it was, I don't remember, February or March, or somewhere in first or second quarter, somewhere around there, Bravely Second came in and completely uppercutted that freaking game to death. It's just, Final Explorer is no longer even a blip anymore compared to Bravely Second. Okay, so what do we got here? A continuation of a game that I already love, and it's already on a previous list. Granted, it's on the middle of said list, but it expanded a lot more of the story of that. So it's like Black and White 2 of the Bravely series, and that's what I really do love. I mean, I felt like Black and White 2 for a great continuation, but also integrating itself into the story of the first game pretty well. Bravely Second, the same thing, where you see Anya's go from, I guess, being the wind vessel to essentially the Pope. Yes, the girl's a Pope. Take that however you will. And we got Edea, who I guess is a lot better of a character. I guess he goes pushed straight from just being this rebellious girl to just being a really hardworking girl. And you got Ringabo, who's not even there. And then you got Tiz, who is, I guess he's like sleeping there and having this weird I forget the term, but the point is that you have to go rescue Tiz. So you rescue Tiz as this little nerd. This nerd here, I love this nerd. But you get this nerd, and you get two friends end up betraying him, and then you end up with Magnolia, which is the other girl who comes from the moon. Moon places, people, like, you got another moon theme here. You think I freaking love this game. Now I got that's freaking the moon theme here. And rescue Tiz, and you end up having a pretty solid party. You go essentially through the continuation of the story. You see almost every character from Brady Default and Brady Second, although relegated to different roles, mostly at odds. Like, there's always one character from the first game against another one for the first game over something. And the story proper, because those are just like part of the story, but the story proper is actually with Kaiser Oblivion and his crew and messing with time, messing with parallel universes, whatever. That's similar to the first game, also freaking fairies, and I do like it. The story, like, essentially you growing up and taking charge of things. At the beginning of the game, you was just a hapless nerd, and he ended up being this good leader that even Tiz likes. So, Brady Second, favorite game. I can't explain much. The characters are good, the story is good, the gameplay I freaking love because, you know, I love this type of gameplay. So what else? There's nothing else. It's all of it at once. That's Brady Second to me. Alright, so that's all for this tops list. So, see you guys next time for Top 119. Probably not going to be in the year yet, but we'll see. My favorite Sun and Moon characters. Yep, we're going back to Sun and Moon. Let's get a whole Pokemon thing going. See you guys later.